Most income systems do not fail immediately after they are created or launched. They appear stable during early stages when demand is low and conditions are calm. Problems surface only when pressure increases over time. This video explains why pressure breaks systems and how those weaknesses can be identified before growth causes damage. Pressure enters income systems in predictable ways as they grow. Volume increases, timelines shorten, and expectations rise simultaneously. Systems that function well at low intensity behave very differently under strain. Understanding how pressure accumulates is essential for identifying fragile structures before failure occurs. Many people misinterpret early success as proof that a system is durable. They assume growth confirms strength and reliability. In reality, growth introduces stress rather than validation. Without preparation, pressure exposes design flaws instead of rewarding effort or ambition. One common reason systems fail under pressure is hidden effort. Untracked attention and manual correction support early success. This effort feels manageable at small scale. When pressure increases, hidden effort becomes overwhelming and destabilizes the entire structure. Hidden effort creates fragile dependence on specific individuals. The system appears automated on the surface. In reality, constant personal intervention is required to keep it running. Pressure removes the margin needed to perform that intervention calmly and consistently. Another frequent failure point is unclear responsibility within the system. Roles blur as volume increases quickly. Decisions lack clear ownership and accountability. Pressure amplifies confusion instead of improving execution and coordination across functions. Systems also break when decision volume increases uncontrollably. Weak design creates more choices instead of reducing them. Under pressure, decisions must be made faster. Poorly designed systems collapse under the resulting cognitive load. Many income systems lack sufficient tolerance for error. Mistakes are treated as emergencies rather than expected variation. Correction becomes reactive instead of structured. Pressure magnifies the impact of small failures until stability erodes completely. Error tolerance depends on margin built into the system. Tight systems leave no room for recovery. Pressure removes flexibility quickly. Without margin, even minor disruptions threaten continuity and confidence across the operation. Poor visibility is another reason systems break under pressure. Signals arrive too late to allow calm response. Problems are discovered after damage occurs. Pressure shortens reaction time and increases consequences for every delayed decision. When visibility is weak, people rely on instinct. Instinct performs poorly under stress. Decisions become emotional and inconsistent. Systems suffer when judgment replaces structure during periods of sustained pressure. Many income systems also fail due to substitution weakness. Key functions depend on specific individuals. Pressure limits availability and responsiveness. Absence exposes fragility that growth previously concealed from view. Substitution failure creates bottlenecks inside the system. Work accumulates around one role or function. Pressure concentrates risk dangerously. Systems fail when flow cannot be redistributed smoothly across roles. Recovery speed is another critical weakness under pressure. Some systems recover slowly from disruption. Pressure reduces recovery windows significantly. Slow recovery compounds damage and uncertainty over time. Recovery speed matters more than avoiding failure entirely. No system avoids disruption forever. Strong systems resume quickly and calmly. Weak systems remain stalled when pressure persists. Pressure also exposes poor prioritization within systems. Too many tasks compete for attention. Focus fractures across initiatives. Execution quality declines as attention spreads thin across competing demands. This is why simplification matters before growth occurs. Complexity behaves badly under stress. Pressure punishes unnecessary layers. Systems that cannot simplify will not scale safely or predictably. Many people respond to pressure by adding more effort. Effort temporarily compensates for design flaws. Pressure increases reliance on personal energy. This strategy fails quickly as volume continues to rise. Effort masks structural problems until exhaustion appears. Burnout signals system failure rather than personal weakness. Pressure accelerates this outcome. Systems that rely on effort are always the first to collapse. The common thread across failures is predictability. Pressure does not introduce new problems. It accelerates existing weaknesses. Systems fail according to the limits built into their original design. This is why stress testing matters before scaling. Systems should be evaluated under controlled pressure. Weak points appear early. Correction is easier before scale forces urgency and reactive decision-making. Pressure testing builds confidence deliberately over time. You learn where systems bend. You learn where they break. Readiness increases when weaknesses are addressed intentionally. Ignoring pressure signals is dangerous for long-term stability. Growth hides damage temporarily. Eventually, collapse becomes unavoidable. Systems that survive pressure do so by deliberate design. Understanding failure patterns changes how decisions are made. You stop trusting surface performance. You evaluate structure instead. Pressure becomes useful information rather than a threat. Strong systems welcome pressure gradually over time. They absorb stress without panic. Performance remains steady. Growth feels controlled rather than chaotic or reactive. This does not mean avoiding pressure entirely. It means introducing pressure deliberately. Design improves through exposure. Systems mature by surviving controlled stress and correction. The next question follows naturally from this discussion. If pressure reveals weakness, how do you design systems to withstand it? Resilience becomes the next focus. That shift defines the next stage of system thinking.